Hey folks, Quilliteen here, and welcome back to a new episode of Let's Play Europa Universalis for Imperial Italy. Now, I have just returned from a very long travel segment, so I've actually played for a week and a half or something like that, so a lot of the episodes had been pre-recorded. Still looks like there's some amount of confusion for the League War, but it looks like I, in fact, as the Catholic League, cannot declare war on the Protestant League, and apparently Scandinavia is now the league leader. But instead, if they don't declare war on me, or if they don't start the league war until a certain event fires, which I think happens between something like 1600 and 1620, then by default the Catholics will simply win and become the dominant religion in the HRE. So I don't actually need the war to fire. And really what I have to do, and I know I keep saying this, but I really just have to sit on my goddamn hands and let my manpower recover, because if the League War does trigger, I'm going to be in a terrible situation right now. But, on the other hand, we have gone and accrued some territory recently, apparently. I don't know. We're coring some things. Napoli's going to take a while before we can start coring it. And yeah, all I'm looking to do is to do that. Look at that. My army still needs tons of manpower to even reinforce, which is pretty crazy. I'll drop the army maintenance down to about half. It'll still reinforce. Not as fast as it could, but on the other hand, I don't have any manpower, so it hardly seems to make much of a difference. Looks like all my troops are moving to group up in Roma, and then we'll probably split up after that. I suppose I will simply unpause at this point. All these rivalries have ended and are being rearranged, which is pretty typical when you load a save like that. Apparently I need to set a new rival. Hungary hates me, so I think it makes perfect sense for me to go ahead and rival them. Okay, we'll do that. Hopefully this is the right save. It's been so long since I played that I wouldn't actually be able to tell if it wasn't, but it was the latest save in the list, so presumably everything is hunky-dory. Who is in a war? Salzburg, Bohemian Papal States. Like, that's the thing. I also need Austria to be in relatively decent shape. I need everyone on my side of the field here, the equation, to be in half-decent state. What is that little? Is a member of the Catholic League. Oh, they're electors. That's what it means. Naples, Bern, Zurich. Okay, so we've got some revolt, but that's all right. My group is nicely together over here. Group in half, split you in half. That's going to work out pretty well. Do that, and then I'll actually wait a little while until they're split up so that they're not going to be sitting around attritioning each other too much. There we go. And you go over there. They will actually probably win those sieges, because I suspect they will complete the sieges before I get there. Now, they shouldn't move right away. Bern's going to be annoying because it's got an actual fort, so I will have to siege it the long way around. Hello, let's make sure to remember to put our army maintenance up before we actually engage the rebels. That would be a good idea. Now, they are pretty small stacks, so defeating them is going to be fine, but yeah, they're going to finish both sieges. I mean, Zurich doesn't matter, it doesn't have a siege. But Bern will be annoying because I will have to re-siege that. And that's a lot more separatism as well. It's going to be very, very, very frustrating. Do I want to raise up my forts? You know what? I actually will want to keep my fort up in Wallace over here, because it's adjacent to France, and France is on the Protestant side. Which still upsets me, but I guess makes sense historically, or whatever. God. It's a way to check the power of the HRE, or the Emperor of Austria at the time, but they're pretty worried about me as well. Okay, hold on. Cleansing of heresy. So, Cologne is my ally. They are Catholic. It's against the Palatinate, who is Protestant. Yes. It's defensive war. So, the Protestant Palatinate wants to convert Cologne. That's no good. So we will definitely accept here. Even though I ain't got no manpower. How many people are in on this? A handful. Let's detach a minimal siege there and there. I try to avoid too much direct conflict. We're going to be attritioned out of our wazoo, obviously. I have money. I could get some mercs. Be nice to avoid that. Oh, we could smash the army in Ulm. Oh, there's going to be a battle over there as well. Actually, we are going to have to position ourselves for that. Because there's going to be reinforcements coming in all over the place. Yeah, we have a lot of maneuver. How come I can't... Really? That's annoying. Although they're not moving there either. You know what? Just hang on. Yeah, they are moving. Pooh! Will that be relevant? There's a lot of stuff. We will have the numbers advantage-ish. This is going to be into the woods. Oh, and we've got... Hold on. We've got all the penalty right now. Should have just gone after the Ulm. I think we're going to have to accept the loss of that battle, because this is going into the woods and the terrain. And they're actually going to have half-decent numbers. If we actually let that battle end... Well, okay, hold on. I didn't realize there was big reinforcements coming. They're actually losing already as is. Alright, fine. Didn't realize there'd be that many more numbers. Okay, we finished a core. Excellent. Let's get started on that fort. Split you and do that. Cologne's in more than one war. What's this other one? Dutch reconquest of Gelre. Holland. Okay, so the Netherlands don't exist, but Holland does. Alright, whatever. Do you have maximum cannons here? Almost, but not quite. Move some cannons over there. And actually, I'm going to move out of here so I don't get attrition the same way. Try to cut that down a bit. We need a pretty big force here. Although, I say that, I can go and grab some cavalry. Get them around here really quickly because there's no fort. So that should pop relatively soon. Okay. I don't have control over the war now. It would be really nice if I could force them to release some nations here. Manpower? What's that? I don't know. But at least we'll have a full siege over the actual war leader on the other side. So we'll break them down. There's a lot of people in this war. I don't know where their army ran off to. Wait, France is in on this? Oh, on our side. Okay, well that's handy. I'm wondering if a League war could trigger right now, and if it would France still be included in? Because we'd be in a war on the same side together and against each other. Actually, it'd be really nice if it triggered now. I think. Because I don't think France would be able to join. Imperial liberation against Holland. Oh, they grabbed some stuff over there. And I would love to do that, but I can't push this stuff. I gotta wait until the League War triggers. I suppose we can wait here. See if these guys will come. I suspect they will. Or maybe not then. They're just gonna hang out there and try to re-siege it. Well, that's... Oh, they've got more numbers coming in. These are grassland, farmland. Yeah, so I don't have any terrain advantage no matter where I am. But finishing the siege is going to be huge. It'll give us a lot more movement options, plus it's their capital, plus it's a fort. It will be worth a lot of... it'll be worth a good amount of war score, but not only that, it'll be worth a good amount of war exhaustion for the other side. Walls breached. Good. They're gonna get smashed over there. Do-do-do. 242. What kind of maneuver you got over here? 5 maneuver. Okay, so I have to combine and... Oh, I don't have... Not in friendly territory. I was going to say I need my 6 maneuver guy to avoid that. If I go here, though, I'll be in occupied territory. And then I can switch to my 6 maneuver guy and not get the river crossing. But I actually have a fair number of stuff around, so maybe I shouldn't do that. Let's retake Falls. And move my cannons back into that other province. to speed up that siege again. Oh, or never mind. Good. Oh, it was actually a stack wipe. There we go. And now France is going back to work. Good. Okay. There's no cannons. Kind of a stupid composition here. I'll just wait. France will probably go and take care of it. It'd be nice to actually finish the siege. Yeah, it's going to be fine. Okay. I mean, I'm still getting a lot of attrition. There we go. No more over here, which is nice. And I don't need to actually have that many people there. I'm getting attrition there sort of for nothing, but I was trying to defend things as well. Okay, with the high maneuver, we don't have to worry about the attrition there. Cleared that siege again. Lovely. There should be a little leader here of some kind. Okay. Ulm is being sieged by friendly troops. I think... Well, I suppose I could wait here. As I say, I should just retreat to friendly territory. But that's okay. Nothing wrong with that. Austria's in a war. Against... Oh yeah, the Salzburg. Cologne has pieced out Hesse. Hesse will cede Hessen to Cologne. Alright, interesting. Oh, Naples, you are no longer my rival. Let's cancel that. And actually, I should... Oh, we have a truce, never mind. Embargo you, but I can't. I still need a core over here, but I don't have the points quite yet. It's quite expensive. Napoli's a very expensive province, but it will be nice to have. Oh, you are getting attrition after all, huh? Wait for this one to move. There we go. Get everyone back in friendly territory. Colonna's pieced out Ravensburg. Excellent. So all the other people on the other side continuously being pieced out. All right. I've got lots of money. Can we put that to building use? More force limit. I can't get more manpower, which is really what I'm hoping for. No, I suppose if anything, I might want to higher level one of these guys. We're okay so far. I think I actually will just save the money for the League War, because I will probably need to spam mercs, like, relentlessly to be able to finish this off. Force limit is fine, it just has to be reinforced like crazy. How am I tech-wise? I like the discipline. As I say, it might be nice to get a few more military power points to ensure that I get the next military tech before the war breaks out. I see no reason not to spend my Diplo points on this. I'm still behind. The trade efficiency is good. Oh, some people, I forgot to pay attention to that, have pointed out, since I became Italy, Rome is now my capital, which means the trade node configuration is changed because... Is it both my... Yes, it's also my main trading port. So now my main trading port is in Genoa, which means I don't need to have a merchant collecting trade here. In fact, if anything, I want to move him back to collect trade in Venice. So thank you very much to people who in the comments who pointed that out. I think I can afford the legitimacy hit. Because I don't want to spend admin power right now getting myself back up to a neutral... stability, because I really don't want to be negative, but I need the admin points for this. Still going to take a while. I mean, we're at 9 per month, which isn't bad. Got a half-decent leader here. Who's my heir? 304. Kind of weak, but what can you say? Mothballed forts, but that's all right. We've got this on the border with France, just in case. And this one here with Austria, actually, I can probably bring this one down. I mean, there's a lot of neighbors and stuff, but actually, my troops are nearby. So I really don't need to have forts where my troops are. Cologne has pieced out Ulm. Man, Cologne is making serious bank out of all this. Good for them. I mean, I think they lost their other war they were in, but otherwise they're doing pretty well. Many people are still in here. So Saxony is still, like, high enthusiasm. They're pretty large, and they have a pretty big army as well. But France is still around, and more importantly, the war leader, Frankfurt, the war leader over here is really desperate for peace. And even Saxony is being sieged by some stuff. Are they more than one war? They are. Pomerania declares war on Mecklenburg. Good for them. All right. Well, listen, my manpower situation is better than right before the war. Right before the war, I needed 20,000 men to reinforce. Now I only need 10,000 men. I mean, obviously, I lost a few in the war itself, but not too many. So at least there's that. Swiss peasants. All right, well, tough for them. And yeah, so my plan is to just make sure everything is a little stronger. Truce with Bohemia has ended. Make sure that everything is just a little bit stronger. If the League War fires, win it. There we go. Full proper peace. Ooh, you released a state. That's good. The stability is nice. I probably want the free mercantilism. Actually, that would be an excellent thing. More trade power. Very good. Alright, so we are at peace. I'm going to go ahead and bring my maintenance down to about half. Is there a rebellion? No. Nothing planned currently. Things are good there. We can invest in a new idea. Do I want to? More naval force limit is good. But no, I need the military tech. I need to actually level up my military before I spend more points over here. Which is fine. Okay, yeah. And just hold tight until the League War triggers. Or doesn't. Let's go to speed 4. I have to be real quick if there's a war declaration. Units have suffered casualties. Well, no kidding. We're technically not reinforcing as quickly as our manpower comes back, just because of the maintenance level, but it'll work itself out pretty soon. And soon my armies will be at full strength. Switzerland is highly confused. Are you in a war? You are. Against Ravensburg. You would transfer trade power. Are you one of the people I have a relationship with? No, you're not. Most of these are pretty good. How's the electorate status right now? 3 people would vote for me. Good. Good. And that's despite the fact that I lost some legitimacy, which is actually... Yeah, I have to remember that. Legitimacy is a massive modifier, as is prestige, to whether people will vote for you. Really? You're getting attrition there? Alright. Imperial liberation against Austria. I don't think I'm even going to unlawful territory you, because you are one of my allies, right? I mean, we're going to have to, like, rip you apart soon. Yeah. So, I'm going to let that one slide, Austria. Since you'll never give it back anyway, and I actually don't want to CB against you. I don't want to enforce it right now. I just have to see through until Catholic becomes the official religion of the HRE. And then we can go on a bit more of a stomp fest to help raise our imperial authority. Most of the hit we're getting is because of the heretics, which will no longer be as much of an issue. Especially with the electors being knocked out. Hey, marriage policy falls off. Castile! Bam! And the Castile just declared war. But Castile, your heir, is of my dynasty, same as France and Italy. Oh, man. Yeah, take that, Habsburgs. I don't get the same sort of events for personal unions that Austria can get. So this is just sort of luck. And we'll see. Maybe someday it'll work out. Okay, we are, well, 3 short of being fully reinforced, but we're basically there. We actually have some men in reserve, which means I could go and build some extra, which I will do. I will go up to my force limit with 4 more infantry. And I can drop my army maintenance a little bit more. Families left behind. Oh, the post-war thing. Could I soak the national unrest? Actually, I still have positive national unrest right now, because the war exhaustion plus the overextension. Oh, which I can now... There we go. Start to work on, which is good. I don't think I want to drop the manpower. I really need it to go up. The tax thing... Actually, I'm getting more and more of my money from trade. I think I can go ahead and hit 5 years negative modifier there. It's only a couple of gold per month. Yeah, I'm actually pretty okay with that. Work on Napoli. They won't rebel for many years, even though we have positive national unrest, which is interesting. War exhaustion is going down. Remove Genoa from the map would be nice. Expiring CB on Hamburg. I'm not going to enforce that. Oh, spare no expense. And how is my inflation? Okay. It's not that high. It's certainly not worth buying down, and it is dropping on its own, so that means even more so. Build things. Sardinia declared war on Aragon. Okay, everyone's declaring war on Aragon. They are pretty tiny. Sardinia, really? Interesting. Really interesting. Switzerland. Oh, Switzerland, you're so confused about something. Truces are expiring. And it's still Scandinavia. Yep. And I still don't have the option of declaring war. Tech. Yes. Very good. New type of infantry, very nice. Tactics, amazing. Even the morale, like, this is a huge, huge level for us. Massively important. I mean, we're not necessarily ahead of all of our opponents. France, I mean, they might hit level 14 pretty quickly. We'll see. But, good news, everyone! Free stability. Love it. But even if we're not ahead, just having parity on such an important level, we definitely wouldn't want to be behind. Still have the option of getting an extra idea slot. I'm not rushing into it because, I mean, I am complete on my diplomatic idea, so I could go there next, but my technology is not that far ahead. So I'm just sort of, you know, keeping that open for possibilities. Sorry, what do I have? Diplomatic, economic, quantity ideas, yeah. Humanism is probably still going to be a really strong one for us. Another military one might not hurt either. But I don't know what we're going to take next. Mostly it's going to come down to whatever we end up sort of being ahead of time and capped out on. That is going to determine my next category. Right now, we're only ahead on military tech, and honestly, since we have nothing in the bank, I suspect we still won't have a problem. We won't max out. More cleansing of heresy. I still might take the religious ideas just for that CB thing. Although, we won't need that. Because as the Emperor, I think I can declare war on any prince in the HRE that doesn't follow the correct religion. I think that is the case. But again, I'm not looking to declare war until after the Catholic thing has gone through, which hopefully it will. Well, I mean, it might not be a bad idea to start building some regimental camps. Those are certainly pretty cool. I don't think the workshop's particularly necessary, but more force limit is always really nice, especially since I am going to make a lot of money. And when you have a lot of money, increasing your force limit is almost more important than increasing your manpower, because you can fill that with mercs. So what the hell? Let's go and throw down a few of those buildings for the last few of our slots here. Switzerland. Now, and you're the attacker as well. Swiss conquest of Ravensburg. But you can't move into it. You're already occupied. Like, I don't know what's going on. I guess eventually it'll peace out. But there we go. We have no overextension again. We have Court Napoli. National unrest is negative. In fact, that one just went away completely. We are super stable. I'm really, really happy about that. Manpower is going up. I mean, if we hit 100% manpower, then we might consider going to war against someone. Like, it would be really nice to take back some of this territory, but they've got too many allies. So we'll see. We'll see. Next episode might end up being a bit of a dull one militaristically as well. Although most likely what will happen is we'll get pulled into some allies war, because that always seems to happen. But other than that, we're just going to tech up, keep our manpower high, keep our treasury extremely high, and be ready for it to hit the fan. France, are you currently at peace? No, you're not. Oh, Castile, my ally. Castilian conquest of Alicante against Aragon, Portugal, Caribus. Aragon, Portugal. This seems like a no-brainer option. I'm not actually at risk of anything happening. In fact, Aragon, or Castile, should just completely slaughter everyone without my particular assistance. So I'll probably just sit at home. All right, we're going to put a cut in here. We got Russia over there. Kazan's still quite big. Scandinavia, big scary thing. England, not yet formed up properly. Scotland is still around and is owned, or has a vassal. Oh, Tyrone and Connaught. We've got a march and a vassal. Interesting. Interesting. So Scotland is a little bit more impressive than it might look. It did lose the Highlands. But on the other hand, it has Northumberland, which is quite a bit more valuable than the Highlands. And it has a good amount of territory here in Ireland as well. Very interesting little shakeup over there. Castile will obviously be super uber powerful, but A, they're my ally right now, and B, let's make sure to keep this maxed out, because I have idle diplomats. Yeah, I forgot to do that this whole episode. And B, they have my dynasty, which is really, really kind of interesting. We'll improve relations with Austria for a bit. And I think Poland is another possibility over there. Okay, thank you very much for watching another episode of our U4 as Imperial Italy, and I will see you guys next time.